And we are live. Back again with the hopefully the last iteration of this project. And today the coding part is done, but uh, when the project is completed, there's the phase of going through all the errors that comes up when you first run it. That is what we'll be going through today. Cool. So let's have it here. I need to fix something up first. Let me just for 1 minute. So it should be here, going here, and it, and that. Yeah, cool. That's all. That's all I needed to configure. Not even 2 minutes. Cool. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, Yazi, to get everything here. Don't need the tests folder. Will not be doing unit testing. But what I am going to do is where am where? Okay, again, Yazin here, Yazin there. Terminal to work on here. So let's get to it then. I did not. So that should be VENV. Australia would be the one, and also Keycaster. Keycaster should be on. Yes, this is okay, and this should also be VENV Australia, which will have it here. And let me run it. I need to check here is if the data is going through with the MongoDB. Let's see. Anyways. Cool. I'm just trying to find the link to the MongoDB server so that I can watch it work. Ah, this is crazy. Crazy. Cannot find the MongoDB server. So let me do one thing. increase the size of it, and yeah, have it here. Yeah, okay. So if I, yeah, can now. $2K, and you go to word, and VI. Yes, this should be yanked. And let me see if I can do something. I cannot find the MongoDB. Let's see. Let's go to Atlas database. Started. Ah, the real one. Collection name. Test. Computer vision. This is the database, and then there is computer vision. Yeah, right, I got it. Many. The last one was sent in 2024. That's a long time ago. So oh, also 2025, but in February. Okay, I got what I need. I got what I need. Cool. Hmm. All right. Okay, cool. So I needed to access the database to understand like if the data is actually going through. So that is what I am actually going to do now, right now. So in our this file, this Mongo server, no, more or less in the run.py pipeline, yeah. So in the pipeline, we have commented out line number 62 at the moment, where it is not actually detecting any of the body languages. What we are detecting is the Twitch is just full of bots. Anyways, so we will be first testing out the process frame. If it is working, it wasn't working when I tried it first. So let's try it now. See the problem, looking directly into the camera. There's one available camera and there is a mismatch. There's a mismatch which I have seen, which we need to look into. Which we would have to look into. The run baseline detect image is this self dot detection dot. It should be in the motion detection. Uh-huh. Line number. So this prediction is actually going through the prediction of the motion model. And we have the face embedding, and we've got the face embeddings and everything. Adding addition of the new embedding, but the prediction is not going as we have hoped for. So let me just go into here. It says that predict frame, forward frame, conf1. I think needs to be pasted in here. Invalid combination of arguments got NDR parameter tuple int. But expected one of didn't match because of the arguments are invalid types. This is interesting. This needs to be solved by AI. So let's go in here. Just, I don't know, copy it. Does it copy like this? Looks like it copy, but mouse reporting has prevented making it mouse reporting. Nope. Okay, let's not do mouse reporting then. Y for yanking. Go back here. No, quit it. Just go to the motion model, fire up AI, and allow it, first of all, the buffer, buffer, and also what is there in the register of the issue. Hmm? Predict. Hmm. It is in the predict function where it is saying that eval really, if I do the, yeah, that's uh, this, what is this error about? Yeah. Vampire array, India array is vampire, but high torch layers like requires a torch input occurs because vampire arrays are not compatible with PyTorch layers. How do you, because before passing the image to the model, convert into a torch the tensor to ensure that it is the correct visual of 32, the shape including the branches of dimensions. Example for the instance. Is instance from yeah, bad channel dimensions. Torch dot from numpy image. Okay. Let's see if I can just go. Wait. So that's the body language. Okay. It's here. So the problem comes in line number 141, which is here. No. Face BW equals torch dot from numpy. So tensor, yeah, should be the way to go. Torch is not defined. Uh-huh. Let's go. Let me import torch and escape, save it, and go back to the Copilot, close it, go back here and enter, clear, run. Expecting more errors. Yeah. Okay. So given groups, weight of size, this input, expected input to have expected input dash to have one but got 64 channels here. It's just yanking. Back here, open up this one. I will put on rich buffer. Yeah. And also this. So this. Says to do that part. Just 11K, yank. Go to number 141. In this case, not exactly 141. Reshape it as like this. Okay, so let me just delete this. I48 and then just delete I1. I think that's all it is asking for right now. Saving it, going back here to run it one more time. Okay, so now it seems to be working, is detecting, and if I just go away from the frame, data inserted successfully, and it's not detecting anything, of course, and it's still running. It's not going to end if I don't specify it to end, and then it will again start detecting. detecting, and then there will be another. Yeah, waited for 2 seconds. Data is not, like face is not seen. I am going to interrupt it. Yeah. So the face thing works. Now I just have to check if it is resolved into the dataset. If the MongoDB has received something. So okay, this is 2024, and it says negative. Cool. Today is 26th, right? No, today is not 26th. Aha. So this is oh, I need to, or okay. There has been so many tests. Is there any way to, sort? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, this is the latest, and today is 22nd of July, and it is saying it's on 20. Yeah, the data has been sent. Data has been sent. 22nd of July. There are quite a number of data which are being sent. Okay, let's try to be happy, and if it, like, I have to see if it detects happy. Yeah, I'm having a great day. Annie Veren. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hi, Mr. Indev. Cool. So let's try happy. Okay, so running the Python function and detecting, it will start detecting camera. And I am happy, trying to smile. Yeah, very much happy. I think it is detecting my profound happiness a lot, storing them. And I will just remove myself from the camera. And it is going to send the data after 2 seconds. Yep. And that is all I want to do right now. So let's try to, no, I don't want to. If there is a refresh. The refreshing is just, it's going to take me to the first part of the data. The data. What the hell is it detecting? Saying that it's detecting a few things. You are not allowed to detect anything that I do not say. Cool. Negative, 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 negative. Not even one is positive. So there is a problem which I have found with the emotion model, I believe. So it is very hard for the model to actually detect positive. Maybe it's for the beat. No, it should not be for the beat. Okay, never mind that. But the fact is, it is working. I will debug. I will work on the accuracy of the model later. I just have to see if the pipeline is working correctly. Okay, cool. So space this one. Let's go now to the pipeline, and here what we'll be doing is there's also a multi-camera test which is necessary. Multi-camera tests which is necessary. Okay. Start space C. That's not how it does, right? So comment, yeah, and comment toggle, yeah. Why didn't it work for the first time? Weird. Saving it, and I will do something else for now. Okay, cool. Getting here, okay. Config. Be a 1_1. Let's try _1. Save and quit. Cool. Cool. Okay. Now to to get the process frames. My question is if it is being detected here. Yeah, let's go here. So let's try to find no, it should be GR there. No LSP references found here. So I don't think these are being used at the moment. If I just select these and toggle everything, will it change anything? Oh, should not be changed. Okay, cool. Run it. Same thing. Cool. Add did not loop. It should be in the body language. The last line of the error is coming from body language, which is 91 in post state. Okay. So let's go to 4 or 2. Yeah. And which is on line number 91. Says that numpy.core exceptions not found. You function add did not contain a loop with signature matching types. What does that mean? Should I start debugging it or should I start optimizing the code? Optimizing the code. This is a hellish type of code. Every 2 seconds there should be data sent to Mongo, data sent to Mongo with whatever there is in the dictionary, just send it. But that's not the problem. The problem is with process key points. Let me copy this up. And here insert the buffer and also paste this. What so explain and solve the error. Means that you're trying to add a numpy array of integers to an array of value of strings, which is not allowed. In your code, this happens here. And in process post key points, you return however you append this list directly and in the head can you initialize. So addition would not work if types match. Should work. So addition should work if the types match. The real problem is label 7 with the label is likely an integer with the labels counted as a vector. Integer to an array which is not fully valid. So you should be able to convert label into one hot input before adding the hot. Okay. So let's go to line number 145. 145 or not. Gmax? 145. Yeah, let's go here. Right. It is saying that to enable one hot space equals to np.03 comma d type int and one hot label equals to 1 and later here changing block one hot. This should solve it. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, let's see if that works. I just have to see if the loop works without any problem. Okay, now index errors in 147, which one hot dot label equals 1. Index error only integer slices. That's oh, what it is returning is none. Is it returning none? Really? Let's try to learn about how debugging works. Let's try to learn how debugging works. Yeah. So you go back here. You place a key. I forgot. I forgot. Okay, and go back. You go to config and you go here. You go to nvim, Lua custom plugins, and there's DApp. Yeah, here you should have some things. The key maps. Yeah, key maps. Yeah. So here I need to add a breakpoint, which is leader db. Yeah, I think one breakpoint is enough. Start, step over. How can I start this? This is just a normal process to understand. If I not sure how debugging works, this if I start this, if I start this file or the file which actually calls it, will it again stop here? Should right? Okay. It's a okay. Let's try to open the debugging UI. It's actually pretty slick. And DC configuration is a file. Does did not one? If I press enter, does it do anything? Just didn't work. If I say DC file arguments, oh, not sure. Uh, okay. Now if I do Python run, it should stop, shouldn't it? It doesn't. It finds an error. So the debugging function should not be actually here, rather than it should be on the one that I'm calling pawn. Right, so let me close the DUI and DB to remove the breakpoint, just save the file, go to number 1, which is the pipeline, and in line number 21J, you introduce a D breakpoint and you have entered DC, no, DU for the U, okay, and then DC. And then I don't know what this is, just the file, and which will again not work. because this is not being called. Okay. Ah, okay, okay. So this is just db and du, and this one run.py is the one. Oh my god, this is just 53 db du dc, start with this, and then you call the main function and go inside the main function, and when the pipeline would go in here. Okay, now the debugging is actually working. Cool. Now I can't step over it because I should not. So what I should do, step into it. So the I, which would take me to here. Damn, this is hard to like visualize in my head. Okay, cool. So it is now in the pipeline file. It is now in the pipeline file for the start pipeline of start detection. So it goes onto the start detection and stops at while true. So I will go into, step in, and then I'll step over. It is not continue. If I continue it, it will just show me an error. DQ is the it's come. This is the toggle DU. DQ is terminate debugging, step out, step into, step over. Should I go into step? For example, if by this chance, if I specify db to be a breakpoint, and if I say continue the DC, and it will stop here, which is actually good. I am kind of like getting into it. So it is going to stop in the body language detector, which I will go into. So it's DI. So it will take me to the into, okay. So which will have the process trains, and this is the first line of the process trains, which is cool. So it is saying in the error logs that in the pipeline, in the detection, so in the body language detection.py, it's on number 52, which I will step into. Is it a capital O? Step into detect pose. Okay, did I mess it up? Space D O. I think what I should do is place a breakpoint here and tell it to continue. And it is also showing me results. That's pretty cool. Step into the pose data, which will like throw me in here. I think what I need now is it's actually process key points. Yep. So be here. if I continue, should it uh, go into, move into, whoa, and continue, stop here, go into it. Where is the process key points folder? And now it has a lot of things. Yeah, it has some bounding boxes as well as some key points. So the key points has some data. What I need to know is Latin. Tab expressions. I know that I can also use the mouse to help here. Okay, no. So here, this is the problem. I need to understand what the labels are. So this is db, dbgen. Right. So the C will bring me over here, which I would again continue to understand. So it is flattened it out. And let me put another breakpoint in here. Sorry. So that should be another breakpoint in here. And let's cdc. So the label is normal. The label is actually, why though? This is the problem I found, that the label, why is the label normal? Like it is actually specifying uh body language dictionary. It's neutral, not normal. Uh, it is so right here it is getting, the SVM was trained on normal, on neutral. Excuse me for the music outside. So it's saying the label has been correctly predicted as normal. This is not good. So yeah, let's change in block, and this should be self dot body language dictionary, and I forgot. It should be go to the reference. Oh, whoa. Take you, yeah. It's normal, go, reference, and implementation. Okay, so go, reference. Nope, okay. Go, reference, definition, yeah. Uh, ooh, this one or the other. Oh my God, this. Ah, the keys are the numbers, and the values are the one which you're getting. So I cannot use the value to get the key. That's the problem. Are you using Emacs? Not sure what that means. What are Emacs? Uh, so I can turn it around. The question is, do I want to? Why does it? I need to check something real quick. Here, let me check it here. Oh, here or just down there? Yeah. There's a cd dot dot which will give it back. So let's open up where I've trained it. So this is the R&D where I've trained it. Let's go to the end training of the SVM. Yeah, it's a lot of K you're going to see in the screen. This is not the training part. This is not the training part. This is the training part. Okay, so there's the key points to CSV. Well, I've taken the labels as the values, interestingly. So if I just, where's key points? Where's key points? Key points, that's, this is Q. What the fuck is it? Space. So let's go back down here and Q to open this. So it is key points underscore data. Key points underscore data is cross. And do I see normal? Do I see neutral? No, okay, so there is no neutral, there's only normal. And that's what is the SVM is doing. I know what's the problem. CD main. I know what the problem is now. It is actually trained to return directly normal. Ah, C and no, C. Copy this, paste it down there, and then C. And what I am going to do is now find 0. Cross is actually 0. No, that's a bot. If it is normal, that is 1. And if it is phone, return 2. Uh, ah, I don't know. That will give me, if it's normal, it's going to give me 1. So here, So it is going to give me one. Where is it? It's just dictionary here. We get the label, which is actually yeah, the label which is actually a string, and the string will give me the number, and which will allow me to go into the one hot and the terrible code, by the way. Saved it, and let's get out then. Let's just db here, db again, and dq to stop everything. Du is the way, and that's the dp here. Let's go back to one. No, oh no, this is not how we do things. Shoot. Okay, yeah. What is check out the other for you? Okay, CL is not defined. Yeah, I know. Didn't mean to do that. Cool. Let's open up pipeline. If there is more, there is not more. That's not. Oh, I remove every breakpoint that there is. Okay, cool. Run. This is Python.py. You can see me detecting available cameras. Yes. Cool. New error. Hopefully that solved up. That solved up pretty good. Okay, that solved up. Where's my phone? I. New error to solve. Cool. So the true value of an array with more than one element is ambiguous. I've like dealt with this error before, so I'll be able to find it more easily, hopefully. That's in line number 103, so that's colon 103, which will allow me to get it here. If any. Okay, this is the send data. Okay, so it is trying to send data actually. So it got to send data. Dot any is greater than 1. What does that return? Let's go to the end here, and I dot any is greater than 0. Oh, this is dot any greater than 0. Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. Okay. So it detected someone, one person. Yeah, it says it's detecting one person. But the problem became send data. Yeah, exactly. solved it here, but I did not do that. I did not do that. Right. I did not do this part. With this. How to search for copied everything here. CC. Going to introduce the buffer so that it has everything in this page. Space register. Register. It's the way to search dict using the values instead keys. What? KV and V argmax. I would like to say if there reset comes because that is okay. Stupid people code here because one time you're saying that the count values are like this, and now you're specifying that exactly reset it like this, not the stupid way. Okay. I would also, when the data is being sent, specify print data. Should I say which data has been sent? No, let me do one better. This is a dictionary, right? So I will access. Oh, I will access only what I need. I don't need the camera ID. I don't need the timestamp. I don't need the head. I do need the head tilt. Mm, mm, head tilt and body language for camera and camera for no, don't need everything else. I don't need everything else. This one, then this one. Like this, like so many things that I do. Yeah, exactly. Till here. Till here is fine. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. tilt, still with the dash, or an equals, and body length base. Better. Better. I have a problem with my hand. Okay. These bots are like fully like obvious. Twitch, I mean. Twitch bots are obvious. Cool. So I would like to see it run. Python run. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bah. Okay. Right. So this should be I np dot okay, we said head count, and this one also should be something like, oh yeah, see, and go back here, you run it again. What am I doing? I am trying to complete a body language detection project. It is detecting me, but I'm not sure the data is being sent. Okay, so I'm not sure the data is being sent. It is actually detecting me in the camera, but I am not sure if sufficient data is being sent. Let me see in my database. And there's later. Right, let's see. So some data is being sent. The timing is 22:20. No, it's 55. 22, yeah, that's the date. 54:12, which is right now, yeah. Okay, cool. Actually, there is data which is being sent. And it's saying also my head is tilt. So, okay, just to give you an overview of what this program is actually doing. This programming is actually using the camera to detect any person. It can be multiple persons, and also detecting the body language in 3 different categories. If I am like normal, neutral, if I have my hands crossed, and oh, and if I am in the phone, like if I am holding a phone like this, that is also being detected. And there's also another detection mechanism which is actually detecting if my head is tilted. That's all. So these data which are being captured needs to be sent into a MongoDB server. That's what I'm actually working on right now, if the data is actually correctly being sent to the MongoDB server at the moment. That's all. So we have found ourselves with another error. Send it to Mongo, which will, it is trying to send a data head count, max person head count. Hmm. Hmm. So the head tilt is key error. Okay, let's go. Where am I? Where? Oh, sorry. Okay, good. Okay, I'm in here, which will give me this one. Go to definition. 0 is not tilted and 1 is tilted, so it's returning 1. And it's saying that there's a key error. And we go back to the reference. Maximum count. What could be the problem? It's saying that key error. What could be the key error in here? What could be the key error? Getting the maximum, the data which is being sent, the data. Here. So many inferences going on, but I want to, we can see data. You see data being sent? No, because it's not being printed for some reason. And when it is being printed, it's not. What could be? Nothing is being detected for a long time. Is that a problem? If I could just know what is the key that is bringing the error. Key error. Um, Yank yank. paste, okay, line, solve it. Let's try to ask it. No, I made a mistake. The here. I have here paste. Oh, please solve it. Solve it. Use the save execution. Execution. Is there any way? What is the difference? Difference between np.max and np.argmax. Explain with example. Returns the maximum value of the index of the maximum value. So I'll use argmax, not max. So this was my bad. So this should be argmax, right? Right. Argmax. Yep. Right. Can I save it and quit it? And let's see if this works. One more time. Noch einmal. Okay. Saying one person and no person. Let's just try out a few things. For some seconds, and then I hit tilt and maybe straight. Hit tilt this way. Maybe a phone. Maybe a phone like this. Cool. Right. I'm assuming a lot of data has been sent to the MongoDB server. That would be my correct hypothesis. Let's see. Okay, for some reason, not a lot of data has been sent. 20 to 21, 04, 22, 20, 20, 49. Really? The fact is no data has been sent. 2104, and like in the 4th minute, head not tilted, body language normal. That's one. It's being sent. The process frames. Right. The process. Ah, I see the problem. See the problem. The process frames is being called by the pipeline method back in the pipeline.py. Yes. So that is calling the process frame. So when the process frames are being so when the process frame is being the method is being called by the pipeline function, it comes here and then it starts the method, and when it starts the method, then it checks and then it sends the data, which is not ideal. Which is not ideal at all. Because sometimes it's missing out the seconds. This is not the way to do it. Sometimes it's missing, sometimes it's getting. Uh, uh, we should find a better way to actually send the data. When you're processing the frames, so there can be many frames, but the lagging of the Python, lagging of the machine that the Python script is actually running on can cause delay of the frames being processed, which might cause this function to miss the time where it should have sent the data. That's the problem. That is the problem. So if it is the problem, because what happened in the emotion class is that it counted few things. Yeah, what happened in the emotion class is that it counted the emotions, and when the face was not detected, it used to send the data. So there was the triggering function. So there is no triggering function here in this regard. So that's what we have to change. For example, these two lines are the problem. These two lines should not be here. These two lines should be in the pipeline. Because if that is the case, that is keep getting that is not what I want. I will trigger the function, yeah. So capital and then just copy this. No. Cut default delete, which is also the cut. Save this, go to the pipeline, and then go to 58J, paste it in here, and I will also have to do this one. Okay, date time is not defined, of course. Body language detector is also not defined, so let's go to bash body language detector detection underscore. This should be self. Okay, self dot body language detector. There is now there is, and now date time is not defined, so this 55. Sorry, 55K and sorry again 13K. Import date time. which would solve the problem. Date timer now is not what really? Okay, that's phase 2, is it? Yeah. GG. No. So just copy this up, space 1, select, paste this up, and then save it. Now, that will process the frames, which will save something. That is not, will not be the case. And then, oh, it's going to send a lot of data. During that specific second, it's going to send a lot of data. Hmm? All right, that's it for today. Honestly, that is it for today, and we will sit together again tomorrow and solve the rest of it. There are some still logical problems. If I'm just going to go through it, just about the problems is that the function that I have written now is this part is the datetime.now, and this is actually checking if the seconds are divisible by 2, and if, for example, it's the second, the second, the fourth second, and the sixth second, and eighth second, 10 seconds. So if it is divisible by 2, then send the data. But the fact is, in 1 second, there are a lot of frames which are being processed, and it will send the data in that interval, but it will not exactly stop at that specific second, because, well, for example, it's the fourth second, and it should start sending the data, and it will send the data, but when in the next frame, it will still be the fourth second, and it will again return true and send the data again, which I do not want. So that's why I have to implement a stop function, and just to check if the data is a specific number of data there is in the data in the dictionary, which is being sent to the MongoDB. If it's a certain if it's over a certain threshold and the seconds are divisible by 2, then send the data, or else don't. That's it. So that is what I am going to implement tomorrow. So be sure to subscribe, and we are actually closing up on the 500 subscription. So yeah, so we'll continue this tomorrow, and you guys have a good night.